No wonder we have mental illness and everything that's wrong with our young people, drugs, alcohol, the government schools are not the schools that represent this democratic republic. But nor are many of the other institutions, as I've been saying all along. And I'm seeing it. I mean, I see death and destruction, and I don't know if that's too hard a choice of words. I see us being slowly, fast for me, but slowly but surely, for you, like a frog, brought to a boiling point in water, so it doesn't even know it's boiling, where it would jump out if you threw it in a pot of hot water. You know that story. I see our country, whole country, losing its mind, with a few of us left, wringing our hands, because they will eventually vote away those people, those mind-crippled human beings, those mesmerized human beings who have lost control of their faculties or their consciousness and their common sense, herded into electing a socialist government one day. And that's just the school system and the colleges and even the churches have become left-wing, which means haters of innocence, destroyers of innocence, haters of individuality. You've seen it, I'm sure, but in spite of the fact that you've seen it happen to your own children, you find it convenient to not look at it and let it happen, because it happened to you. So you grow up missing some common sense. Get married, have your own children, and think nothing of sending your children to such a school that destroyed you when you don't even know how destroyed you are. There's something about being destroyed by experiences like that that sets the stage for a totally destroyed life. To the point where we don't know we're destroyed, we just find ourselves lost, hopeless, and struggling against all odds, and not knowing what we're struggling against, and finding comfort in the very things that will destroy us more. It's like psychic jujitsu. Because you see, you don't always go to school. You may have to go to college. But when you go to college, you'll only have those same kinds of people there that have infiltrated everywhere. And they turn out doctors, and they turn out psychiatrists, and people in the mental health care industry. And so at some point in your life, you're going to need some mental health, some counseling, some psychiatry, some psychology. And they're ready, because the kids that go to school get further brainwashed, and they don't know they're being communized. They don't know they're being brainwashed. Their parents pay for the schooling, and they have to jump through the hoops. But it's easy to jump through the hoops because from the very first moment, they were delivered to the authority, and there's no parent to protect them from it. No parent to prevent them stealing the light that's in them and handing over them their soul, mind, body, and soul to the system of things. And so the mental health industry and the health and the pharmaceuticals participate in this, and you can see it. I've got an article in the paper here, Depression, and it's in it's actually a 2-page spread in the Oregonian, and it's basically saying no one's to blame. Bipolar disorder and depression is a chemical imbalance, and millions are underdiagnosed or diagnosed incorrectly. The truth of the matter is, yes, the moment you become disturbed, the moment you're pulled away from the light of understanding, you become emotionally disturbed, and that emotional disturbance amplifies as you go through life. It never ends. And so you have to ask the question, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Does the mental state or emotional or mental state cause the chemical state, or does the chemical state cause the mental state? Because one does produce the other. But to say that depression and mental illness is body chemistry is insanity in itself. Anybody with any common sense left, I'm wondering if you have any common sense to understand what I'm saying. Mental illness has nothing to do with body chemistry, only to the degree that your mental state or your spiritual state or lack of spiritual state is not in control of emotions running wild, confusion. And so therefore, you have, as a result, a chemical reflection of that. And you can reverse, if you treat the chemistry of it and neutralize the chemistry of it, and I know that they can, I'm sure they can, or dull you to it, which is what they have now, but it'll get more sophisticated as time goes by, as funds come available because of your growing needs. So if they can neutralize the chemistry of it, it will automatically put your mind at rest. But peace with chemistry, better living through chemistry, and peace with the system, from the system, going to the system for the peace from the system, peace with the world, as a substitute with peace from God. And meanwhile, mischief keeps on taking place, minus the presence of a consciousness. You think you're conscious, but the only consciousness you have is the way you feel, and the way that people can make you feel. And the only help you can get is those who help themselves through you needing their help. You are all slaves. Right now, America is already almost in the grip of a socialist communist state. It's a brave new world kind. It's Soma. Pretty soon they'll put all the drugs into one pill, and you'll all be happy. And there'll be a few of us called savages who can see what's wrong, but you think we're crazy.